Hey, Botties! Oh, hey, Word Up. Oh, hey, mate, what's wrong with you? I don't know, man. I just haven't really been feeling great lately, to be honest. Oh, mate, I know how to cheer you up. Let's go make fun of Cletus the Metal Elitist. I mean, I guess they'll make me laugh a little bit. What are you posers doing? Oh, hey, Cletus. Hey, man, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I just, again, haven't really been feeling that great lately. Oh, man, sorry to hear that. Well, if you need anything, just... Hey, Cletus! Huh? Think fast! That's poser crap! I gotta get out of here! What? Nothing, mate? Oh, wow, this is pretty serious. Well, I mean, there's gotta be something that can make you feel happy again. I know! Hold on, wait there! Okay, it's not like I'm gonna be going anywhere anyways. I'll just stay here alone, by myself.
Nobody likes me, nobody wants me.
Mate, I think you're gonna love me for this. I went to the store and bought you this new Misfits hoodie. Oh wow, a Misfits hoodie! I actually don't even have a Misfits hoodie. Thank you though, Word Up, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, there we go, that's the spirit. Wait, hold on. Speaking of the Misfits, aren't we missing something? Are we missing something? Dude, I can't see shit in this. Let me try to walk around. Let me see. It's my guitar. God, my room's a mess. I'm caught in something. Oh, fuck! Hello, guys. Welcome to the Misfits Iceberg. And I am not gonna wear that throughout the entire video. Jesus Christ, this thing is hot. Let me take this off for a second. Man, this costume is so much work to get off. Hello guys, welcome to the Misfits Part 2. You guys have waited so long for this video to come out, and I sincerely apologize. So, I was supposed to have this video out on October 30th. That didn't work out. So, without further ado, let's get on to the Misfits Iceberg Part 2. You guys waited a whole year for this. But before we do that, again, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want part 3, comment below, and I will quickly this time, put out part 3. Thank you guys for waiting so patiently. Alright, so the first thing we have in layer 3 is 12 Hits from Hell. This was the album that was sent back to Caroline Records to be destroyed right after it was set to be released. The reason being is because you can hear the guitar tracks of ex-Misfits member Bobby Steele, now of The Undead. Now, it was pulled because of this because Jerry and Danzig said that they don't want to be known as a 5-piece band, being with an extra guitarist being Bobby Steele. And honestly, finding this album is not that hard. You can literally look up any of the tracks on YouTube. It's available for free there. And if you compare any of the songs from this album to anything you can hear from like Static Age, for example, you'll be able to hear a more clear sound with double guitars. And in my opinion, I actually prefer the 12 Hits from Hell versions, which I'm actually kind of mad that we never got this as an official release. Now, this album was going to be re-released, but it never happened due to legal issues with Bobby Steele and Danzig. You know, Misfits are always having legal issues every now and then. And also, if you want more information on this album in general, definitely go watch the video that my friend killbotgorgorattack made a while ago. But anyways, let's get to the next part of this. Christ the Conqueror. Christ the Conqueror is a band that Jerry and Brother Doyle made right after they left the Misfits, and they wanted to make this band because they were still having legal issues with like the merch rights and who owns the name rights of the Misfits. So obviously, with Jerry and Doyle not wanting to give up their musicianship, they created an entirely new band that was Christian based. And here's a fun fact about Christ the Conqueror. In the movie The Animal Room, starring my favorite horror / Shaggy actor Matthew Lillard, during the random Misfits cameo, they were actually playing a Christ the Conqueror song, which not a lot of people knew about that. The first time I tried to figure that out was because when I watched that scene, I was like, I've never heard of this Misfits song, and I tried looking it up and I couldn't figure it out, and then in the comments someone said it's actually a Christ the Conqueror song, and that's how I figured out Christ the Conqueror. Oh, and speaking of Misfits movie cameos, that's actually the next thing on this iceberg. So the Misfits cameoed in a lot of movies, like Insane Clown Posse's Big Money Hustlers, which you can see them sitting in a diner and just, I mean, this whole thing's hilarious to me in my opinion. The thing that makes me laugh so much about this whole cameo is Michael Graves literally smoking a cigarette, then throwing it in his coffee and drinking it. They also again cameoed in Animal Room, and they actually cameoed in a movie which they actually made a song for called Bruiser. Now, the Bruiser cameo is honestly one of my favorites because they had a lot of screen time in this, and that was mainly on purpose because because George A. Romero, the director of this movie, basically made a deal with the Misfits saying if they made a song for him for this movie, then he will help direct their next music videos, which apparently he has credits on the Misfits music video for Scream. And something interesting to know about the whole Misfits cameo in the movie Bruiser and in the Scream music video, they actually had to use a Michael Graves doppelganger, because apparently Michael Graves did not have time for the music video, and instead he was playing hockey. But the biggest Misfits cameo that can top all of those Misfits cameos is their WCW cameo with Vampiro, which again is another part of this iceberg. So during the Graves era of the Misfits appeared with Vampiro during WCW, and honestly, this whole thing of just watching the Misfits in a wrestling match is just the funniest thing ever. Apparently, Jerry Only did actually wanted to be a part of the WCW or just the WWF or whatever wrestling federation was out at the time, but he decided against it after hearing that the wrestlers do not have really good health care, which is kind of surprising. I mean, if you're gonna be wrestling, shouldn't you have good health care? Politics, I don't fucking know. Rise Above. So the Misfits covered Black Flag's Rise Above with Dez and Robo of Black Flag, which if you guys don't know, Robo was a part of Black Flag before he joined the Misfits. I think we covered that before, but just a fun fact to know. And this live cover is actually on the Cuts from the Crypt album, which we will get into, by the way, because this is actually one of my favorite B-sides Misfits albums that I am trying to find the physical copy of. It is not available on Spotify. Spotify, please get that on there, please. But yeah, Misfits covered Black Flag Rise Above. It sounds amazing. And I mean, like, if you guys don't know, they're really good friends with Black Flag, so I'm pretty sure that's why this whole thing was made. Ratfink. Ratfink is a song by the Misfits that is pretty repetitive, but I honestly enjoy the guitar solo in this song, though. Also, fun fact, it shares the name of this design that you've probably seen once in your life. Ratfink was designed to be the polar opposite of Mickey Mouse, and it became popular in the 60s and late 70s with bikers. That's why you guys have probably seen the Ratfink picture, and I actually did not know it's supposed to be like a polar opposite of Mickey Mouse, which I think is pretty funny. The Haunted House insert. So this is an insert that you will find in an original copy of the Horror Business album, which I'm actually wearing a shirt of right now. And now, this insert reads this. On February 28th, 1979, the Misfits and Mobile Recording Unit entered an abandoned haunted house in northern New Jersey. They recorded and left. While mixing the tapes back at New York City studios, strange voices and noises were heard in the background. Note, example from Teenagers from Mars. No explanation of these sounds could be given by the band or the recording crew. The following tracks on this record are a result of that eerie session. Now, in all honesty, I just think they just put that insert there just to like boost sales for this thing, or just to give, you know, word of mouth out there that like the Misfits actually recorded in a haunted house and you can hear all these strange stuff. And in all honesty, I didn't know that I could hear like strange ghost sounds from Teenagers from Mars. I mean, can we hear something like that? Let's give it a listen. Okay, so I found an upload on YouTube of the original vinyl of Horror Business, and we're gonna give a good listen to Teenagers from Mars and see if we can hear some ghosts. And if we do, that would be scary as fuck, because I am only one in my room right now, so I'm a little paranoid, but I don't believe in ghosts, so let's give this a listen. Wait, hold on, I think I heard something. I don't hear ghosts. All I hear is 4 amazing fucking musicians. Mephisto Waltz. This is a song by Eerie Von and Danzig, and it only has Eerie Von and Danzig. And a lot of people like to argue saying that this is proto Sam Hain and it's really not the Misfits, or it's just Sam Hain in general. I really don't know and really don't care. I just think it's an okay song. But yeah, comment below on what you guys think. Is Mephisto Waltz really a proto Sam Hain song, or do you guys consider it a Misfits song? Spook City USA. It's actually a pretty catchy song by Glenn Danzig, and it was also featured in his solo EP called Who Killed Marilyn. Also, don't get this confused, and this is going to be very confusing, by the way, guys. Do not get this EP confused with Glenn Danzig's solo band, Danzig. This solo thing was made before Danzig was even a thing. But here's something that's really funny that just happened, by the way. This solo EP was actually uploaded on the solo band Danzig on that Spotify page recently. Yeah, definitely go check that out on all streaming services. Chiller Theater. So this was a show that Jerry and Doyle try to revive. Chiller Theater is one of those like horror hosting type of things, so think of like Elvira's Movie Macabre or something like that. And you can still find the clips on YouTube. I think these clips are actually pretty funny, and I honestly wish that we had like some type of show, probably not Chiller Theater, but I do wish we had some type of show that had the Misfits in it, where they're like hosting or they're just acting or trying to act at least. That would hit. At least for us Misfits fans, that would hit. I don't know about everybody else. The The Earth AD German pressing. The German pressing had to be censored of Earth AD when it came to the States. And I mean, like, I don't have to explain myself about why this had to be censored. Just give it a look. Oh my God! Obviously, I put censored bars on things that YouTube just won't allow me to show. But yeah, obviously this had to be censored. Studio Zero. There are some old videos of the Misfits playing back in 1979 in a venue called Studio Zero. And honestly, this is just the funniest train wreck I could just ever see. And you know, for me, this is actually pretty cool to see because this is early version of the Misfits that we've never got to see. And I'm glad somebody actually got footage of this and put it up on YouTube for all of us to see. Who would expect that these people will be like the biggest iconic punk band ever? Brian Damage. I honestly read that as Brain Damage and I just thought it was like a song by them, but no, Brian Damage. Brian Damage was the last drummer who performed in the Danzig era of the Misfits before getting fired and physically thrown out by Doyle during the disastrous Halloween show, which again, we will also get into that. Evil Life 3-pack. This is an exclusive vinyl 3-pack and only 33 were made. So obviously these are very rare and hard to find. They have separate images of Danzig, Jerry, and Doyle on them in this 3-pack. And if you have any of these, please comment below. I am willing to buy. Can't Tell No One. Can't Tell No One is a song by Negative Approach. And apparently this was covered by the Misfits in their disastrous Halloween show. Pushhead Interview. It's an interview with the vampire himself. Get it? Interview with the vampire. I hope at least one of you guys got that or found that funny. It's an interview with Danzig, and it is a 3-hour-long interview on YouTube, which you can watch right now. And you could get a lot of info about the Danzig era Misfits with this whole interview. I mean, I listened to it to get some info for this video, and like a really great interview, especially if you're a huge Misfits fan. Genie of Death is a wrong lyric sent to Metallica by Danzig himself when Metallica asked to cover the song Green Hell by the Misfits. It's supposed to be Key to Your Death, I think. I mean, that's what James Hetfield himself said.
Here in this place lies the Genie of Death. Is that what it is? I thought it was Key to Your Death. Genie of Death. Well, that was kind of it. Every time I asked Glenn Danzig for the lyrics, he'd send me something different. He would just like rewrite them or something.
Danzigsevilbricks. The story was talked about in some random DM chat by one of Danzig's neighbors, and he basically talks about his whole experience of living next to Danzig. So Danzig's neighbor complains about these random bricks next to his house, and then Danzig decides to clean up the bricks and throws them into his giant dumpster, and he screams this hilarious thing to absolutely nobody in the neighborhood saying, "Here I am, throwing these fucking bricks, bitch." People say the story is fake, but if you Google search Danzig's house, you'll actually find a random pile of bricks. So I want to say the story is real because I think it's hilarious just imagining Glenn Danzig throwing bricks at a random dumpster, screaming for 2 hours. There's an entire video of this whole story. I will link it below. Please go watch this video. I think it's hilarious, and I think this is actually just a funny Glenn Danzig moment that we all know of. But not as funny as Glenn Danzig getting knocked out. Alright, that is it for part 2 of this iceberg. And again, guys, if you guys want a part 3 to this iceberg, please comment below that you want a part 3. And also, please like the video. If we hit 100 likes, we'll get a part 3. I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me. And I will say this right now, I am back. I feel a lot better, and I have the rush and energy to make more videos for you guys. And if you guys are just now watching my channel, definitely check it out. Subscribe if you like it. Like the videos if you do like them. Dislike them if you don't like them. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching.